Hello families, my name is Tisa Frederick and I serve as the College and Career Specialist here at West Springfield High School. Today we will talk about post-secondary planning and how to prepare throughout high school. What is the College and Career Center? The College and Career Center is a resource center that provides families help with the following: post-secondary planning, financial aid information, military options, jobs, gap year options, and volunteer and work options. Here is where students need to start planning starting their 9th grade year. They need to create a high school plan pertaining to their academics. They need to make sure that they are aware of the graduation requirements for the state of Virginia. They need to also consider if they are looking at a college or university outside of the state of Virginia, that they are familiar with the requirements to attend any public school in another state, to ensure that they have the required courses that that state would need for them to be possibly admitted. Students need to also start thinking of what post-secondary plan they want to pursue. Not every student will attend a 4-year college or university, so they need to begin with the end in mind, asking themselves, what do I want to do with my life? What kind of career do I want to have? They need to engage in extracurricular activities, so get involved with clubs and organizations that interest them, whether it be sports, music, public service. Whatever it may be, they need to get involved. Colleges and universities like to see that students are engaged throughout their high school career. Students need to also look at summer enrichment programs. If they have a strong interest in a particular area, look for summer enrichment programs or opportunities that can help strengthen that interest. Scholarships and savings. Students need to start searching now. Don't wait until your senior year. If you have a job or you get an allowance, they need to start learning how to save now. A little bit here and there will help. College and Career Fair. Students need to plan the event that is held at West Springfield High School every year. Students also need to get involved in volunteer opportunities, which they can also locate in X2Vol. Resumes. Start keeping track of your academics, service, and awards that are received in a resume. There is one available to you to use as a template in Naviance. You can also print off everything I just talked about on this worksheet found here. Starting in 10th grade, they'll continue the work that they were already doing in the 9th grade. But in addition, they will also look at more academic advising sessions with their counselors, and they'll continue to discuss class options that will help push them to flex their intellectual muscles. Don't be afraid to take an AP or honors course to challenge yourself. Stay the course of graduation requirements depending on the type of diploma they wish to obtain, and consider academy courses. Students also need to prepare to take the PSAT. If they plan to take the SAT, the PSAT is a great option to help prepare them for it. They can take a practice test via the link here. Military service academies. Start researching what is required for an appointment into one of the academies. You can find more information provided by the White House via this link here. Start looking at college tours and visits. Visiting local colleges and universities is a good place to start. Some may offer self-guided tours, so be sure to go and check out the college's website to find out how they conduct college tours. Normally that information can be found on that school's admissions website. Financial aid. Start learning about financial aid and what it is comprised of. You can check out the U.S. Department of Education Funding Your Education handouts via the link found here. You can also print off the worksheet of everything I just covered here. 11th grade year. Again, continue what you were doing in 10th grade year, but also start to look at college research and visits. Conduct a college search in Naviance via the Supermatch. Ask your family, your friends, and teachers about their experiences at the colleges and universities that they attended. Also, start planning to attend college visits happening at West Springfield High School, whether they are virtual or in person. That information will be provided through the College and Career Center. College fairs and events. Plan to attend local college fairs in the area and attending sessions hosted by colleges and universities in our area. So if there is a particular college that you are interested in, if they are holding an information session in our area, plan to attend so you can make connections with those college representatives in person. Testing. Plan to take the PSAT. Taking this exam can qualify you for scholarship opportunities and prepare you for the actual SAT you may look to take in the spring of your junior year. Create a list. You want to create a spreadsheet of your schools of interest, including the name, the location, the cost of attendance, and what test may be required for admission. The list should be no more than 5 to 10 colleges or universities, and you should always have a community college listed on your list. Start thinking about letters of recommendation. What teachers would you like to write your letter of recommendation? Reach out to them to find out what their process is to obtain a letter of recommendation from them. Do not wait until the last minute of your senior year to ask. Be prepared to provide them with a resume so it can help them build the best letter that represents you. Start looking into the Coalition and Common App or the Black Common application. You want to set up your accounts now. You can set up your Coalition account even starting your freshman year. Many colleges and universities use this one-stop shop to allow students to apply to multiple schools at one time. The Black Common app is specifically used for historical Black colleges and universities. Your essays. During the summer of your junior year, going into your senior year, this is when you will start working on your college essays. Common App normally releases their essay prompt in May or June of your junior year. Scholarships. Apply, apply, apply. Be sure to use the scholarship list provided to you in Naviance. Now, here are things that you should be doing throughout high school. You want to take courses that are going to be the most beneficial to your career path, not just to boost your GPA. Be active in sports, clubs, and activities. Volunteer. Build your resume every year so that you don't have to worry about it your senior year. Apply to scholarships every year and take part in enrichment programs during the summer if you can. Here are some other options that you can consider outside of college. Gap year or even working. You can attend the Gap Year Fair that is typically held at Marshall High School every year. You can also check out snagajob.com, and here is the website, to look for local job opportunities. Military enlistment. You can connect with the recruiters when they visit our school. They are normally set up outside of the cafeteria, but due to COVID restrictions, we're unable to do so this year. However, we may still have virtual meetings with our military recruiters in the fall. Plan to take the ASVAB and find out what scores are required for each branch of the military that you may be interested in. Apprenticeships. You can search for different opportunities for apprenticeships via the website found here. Here is the links where you can find each grade level planning that I went over throughout the presentation. Where do the funds used to pay for college come from? Funding from college usually comes from personal assets, so money that your family may have or savings that you may have that you've saved up for to help pay for college. Financial aid is also a huge component of helping to pay for college. Funding to help bridge the gap between the total cost of attendance and what the family is expected to pay is considered financial aid. Here is how you apply for financial aid. Forms needed to apply for financial aid include the free application for federal student aid, which is free to all people in the United States to apply for. You can also apply via the CSS profile. This form of financial aid is only required for those schools that require it, typically highly selective colleges and universities like the College of William and Mary or Washington and Lee University or the University of Virginia or the University of Richmond here in the state of Virginia require this profile to also be submitted in addition to the FAFSA. There are also some institutional forms that may be required depending on the college or universities. Students should check with each institution to which they are applying to determine which forms are needed. Here is what the expected family contribution is, EFC. The EFC is a federal calculation based on information provided on the FAFSA. They include your income, the parents and the students, assets that may be in the name of the parent or the student, the number of persons in your household, the number of persons that will be or already attending a college or university, what the marital status is of the student and the parents, what their dependency status is, whether they are a dependent or independent student, and the age of the oldest parent. So this is how you determine financial need. Each institution will use the student's EFC to determine financial need. So what they do will take the cost of attendance to that college or university. They would then subtract the estimated family contribution, and that will equal the financial need. Financial aid awards may meet full financial need if colleges have a large enough financial reserve. If not, a gap may remain. That means that is the balance that you would be responsible for paying to attend that college or university. Please keep in mind that most schools cannot meet the gap. Here are the different types of financial aid. You have grants. Grants are free money that you do not have to pay back. You have scholarships. Scholarships, again, are free money that you do not have to pay back. Scholarships can be found in the form of academic, athletic, and merit-based, determined by your GPA and your test scores, your SAT or ACT test scores. There's also work study. Work study is determined by your EFC, your estimated family contribution on your FAFSA. So if a student qualifies, work study may be available. That means they will have a job on the campus that they attend, and they can either receive the money in a paycheck or have the money applied to their balance due. There are also loans that are available. Loans will require repayment along with interest. Here are some resources that are available to everyone to use. You have your high school counselor. You have me as your college and career center specialist. You can utilize the college and university financial aid offices. There's also FCPS financial information workshops that are held throughout each year and at each individual high school. So I will communicate that information once they are held for West Springfield High School. You also have College Access Fairfax, who has partnered with FCPS schools, And here is their website where you can obtain their information. There are also online research sites that you can use for FinAid and the Financial Student Aid, and here are their websites. There is also scholarship information found in the FCPS database, which is actually found in Naviance, the Apple Education Federation scholarships, College Access Fairfax scholarships, and of course www.fastweb.com. Summer jobs and internships. You need to try to get a job in a field that would be in the field that you are trying to pursue as a career. Connect with local businesses for different opportunities. Check out this website and look at postings coming from the College and Career Center in my newsletters or on the bulletin board outside of my room starting in the fall, and also listed in Schoology. That is the end of my presentation. Should you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact me.